Made of blood. One who serves blood. A maid of blood would be someone who always has other people's best interests at heart. They strive to be this connective tissue of a social situation, always connecting people from various corners of their life together. Because of this, they can operate amazingly as that one friend in charge of everyone else whenever a leader is needed. They have the kind of natural magnetism to make it work well. On the ability side of things, a maid of blood would be a natural team player. They would excel at keeping the party together and synced up, being almost a de facto leader in most scenarios, and would be able to provide a sort of link between their session, allowing for any buffs bestowed by one person to affect everyone equally. In addition to some light healing abilities, this would make a Maid of Blood one of the most effective group-based class specs to have for any situation. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Blood is an incredibly strong class spec when it comes to team play, and as long as they're surrounded by people who understand that, then there's nothing that can stop them as a group. Maid of Breath. One who serves breath. A Maid of Breath would be the kind of person who aims to be free and open at all times. They like to flow like the breeze, wherever life takes them, and when they do have to stop for a while, they tend to leave an impression on the people around. They usually end up being a catalyst for instilling lofty goals and dreams in people, and to motivate others to flow like the breeze, following where it takes them and enjoying the ride when it may need it the most. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Breath would be an amazing defensive class spec, able to avoid damage and reposition by literally becoming the wind and flowing around combatants. Creating wind barriers and boosting their allies' speed stats would also be a no-brainer, giving a battlefield support sort of a role, able to easily dish out as much as they can take with a bit of creativity. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Breath is a soothing yet fierce defender, doing everything in their power to serve the breeze they live by. Maid of Doom. One who serves doom. A Maid of Doom is someone like a mortician. They intake information and process it along to get where it has to go. Good or bad, a Maid of Doom is just doing their job. Doom as an aspect is very esoteric. It revolves around fate, order, and decay, so the Maid's job in serving that is just going with the flow of how things should be. Bad things will happen to and around the Maid, and they just tend to have the calm headspace to know that everything usually happens for a reason and the storm will be weathered eventually. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Doom would have access to an interesting suite of abilities. Powers similar to Shigaraki from My Hero Academia would be a real possibility, causing their surroundings to decay and fall to dust as all things will eventually become. They may even serve as powerful generals, having the natural ability to have troops fall into line as the natural order of conflict. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Doom is subdued and patient, carefully waiting for the right time to strike, just as everything was planned to go all along. Maid of Heart. One who serves heart. A Maid of Heart would be something of a role model for a lot of people. Someone who is looked up to that inspires others to live their life how they want to and be true to themselves. Due to their unabashed nature and natural charisma, they may also be the type who is easily able to fit into really any group of people easily, managing to effortlessly befriend people when they want to and always living up to the hype. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Heart would be a charmer, luring and captivating enemies of all types to join their ranks. Their ability to be authentic and magnetic would also have positive effects on their teammates, allowing for all manner of positive effects to be bestowed on them. In addition, they may even be able to commune with the spirits of dream bubbles, as an extra leg up with information or just for fun really. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Heart has a lot of fun potential to play around with, and with potential comes success. Maid of Hope. One who serves hope. A Maid of Hope would be a people pleaser, but in a good way. Always caring about what those around them need or love and wanting to dive headfirst into that with them. Ensuring that friends would always know that they're loved and taken care of. And naturally, anyone that may come in the way of that are at the mercy of a fierce protector, willing to do what it takes to protect the hopes and dreams of those closest to them. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Hope would be a near boundless source of passionate spirit, firing off blasts of raw energy and fueled directly by those they care for. The more desperate their friends are to succeed, the stronger their resolve is to fight back, ensuring that anything is possible and anything can happen. Hope powers are just kind of OP like that. Whatever the case, it's pretty safe to say that anyone blessed to have a Maid of Hope nearby should feel the warmth and caring spirit from them, and they should be able to rest easy knowing that as long as you believe in them, they can never truly falter. Maid of Life, one who serves life. A Maid of Life is a canon class spec held by Jane Crocker, and as such we know a bit more about it. A Maid of Life is someone who is incredibly outgoing and motivated at their core. They have nothing but wonder and good vibes to give others, and love when their friends are having a good time right alongside them. They have big ambitions, and won't let things stop them from at least giving whatever they set their minds to a try. Their incredibly uplifting attitude and ever-growing mindset being their biggest strength. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Life would have access to all manner of life-based abilities, with them getting a significant boost when their friends are in need. Able to effortlessly revive and cleanse allies with ease. And as an agent of change, they would also be very adaptable, able to meld into all sorts of plans and strategies, making them pretty invaluable to their team whenever things go wrong. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Life is a powerful class spec, and sometimes a plucky attitude and a little bit of gumption is all you really need to excel. Maid of Light, one who serves light. A Maid of Light would be someone who's always looking to improve themselves. They're constantly learning new things about various topics and talking to others about what they know, and they tend to be really good teachers because of this. They'll always have a natural and genuine curiosity for the world around them, and that's really their main strength. And if people have the same curiosity as them, they're not afraid to fill them in on everything they know. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Light would be able to embody these things in a number of interesting ways, acting as sort of a one-stop shop for information on enemies, game mechanics, and planet information. It's a real useful thing to have when they're not on the battlefield tearing it up as the tactical core of their team, using their knowledge to guide others to the most fortunate circumstances and outcomes. To others, it may seem like magic, but to the Maid, it's all just smart thinking. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Light is nothing if not a helpful joy to be around, and they'll always make sure your life is at least somewhat illuminated. Maid of Mind, one who serves mind. A Maid of Mind would be the ideal person to help you with advice. Thanks to their cool head and naturally supportive and sound logic, talking with them can feel like talking with someone who can practically read your mind. They know what to say to help you articulate things better and how to best refocus a group in times when things can get a little chaotic. This, combined with their open mind to all possibilities, can really help with decision making, as they're never too quick to eliminate potential choices, and are mostly working towards outcomes that everyone can be a fan of. On the ability side of things, the Maid of Mind would be a top-tier team player, ensuring that once a plan was set into motion, they would work tirelessly to ensure all possible routes and options led to success. Not to mention the standard suite of mind-based abilities they would gain, allowing them limited but still impactful mind control and almost hypnotic-like suggestion. Basically, things that could be used on enemies and allies alike for all sorts of effects. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Mind can be a major boon to have around, and if you have one in your life, make sure you let them know what you think about them. Maid of Rage, one who serves rage. A Maid of Rage, much like Hope, is a bit of an enabler. They can't help but to indulge in what others are doing and cheer them on as the loudest one in the room. They're reliable and someone you can always count on to back you up when you're looking for validation. And if someone they care for is being hurt or mistreated, then all hell breaks loose. The Maid would be first in line to step up and confront the issue with no fear at all, able to fly off the handle at the drop of a hat if needed. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Rage would have access to the full suite of rage-based abilities, boosting attack damage using a sort of bloodlusted state or disorienting foes while making them irrational, causing them to attack indiscriminately between friend and foe. They're puppet masters, controlling both sides of confrontation, naturally making as much mayhem as possible. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Rage is fierce, dependable, and loyal. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Rage is fierce, dependable, and loyal, even if they may try to keep their cool most of the time. Maid of Space, one who serves space. A Maid of Space would be somewhat like a black cat. They enjoy hanging around your vicinity but don't need to be all up in your space to have a good time. They're content hanging out alone and just vibing. Like most space players, they tend to lean more towards the creative side of life, having a seemingly endless adoration for all art forms, and engaging their friends with various artistic endeavors that they would enjoy. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Space would have access to the full suite of space-based abilities. They would excel at being the getaway artist for their team, always having some way of escaping from a situation. It may sound mundane at first, but it would allow for a lot of very risky plans to be developed in fights. After all, if you always have a way to make it out of a situation, you may as well use your strongest attacks no matter what. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Space is a quirky class, exceeding in things no one has ever thought up before. Maid of Time. One who serves time. The Maid of Time is a canon class spec held by Aradia Megiddo, and as such, we know a bit more about it. A Maid of Time would be someone with a sunny outlook towards the future. They don't fear the unknown and, in fact, welcome the passage of time. Getting older and learning more new things and meeting more new people is something that a Maid of Time would relish in, and they would try to show that way of thinking to others around them. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Time would be a fantastic support to any team they're in. Aside from the usual fare of time-based abilities like simple time travel, they could do a myriad of things, from extending the duration of positive effects given to and by teammates, to halting a particularly powerful enemy in time to allow them for better strategy or an escape plan. They may even have some limited healing capabilities using time to fix wounds, though it wouldn't be an exactly easy thing for them to do. Whatever the case may be, the Maid of Time is a versatile and overall great class spec to have around. After all, they only get better with time. Maid of Void. One who serves Void. A Maid of Void would be someone who likes to fly under the radar. They don't have many obligations to other people, and because of that, they're able to focus their energies on things that actually matter to them. They may seem like quiet loners, but they're simply off in their own world, and for the people that they do let in their circles, they're pretty much the leader of the pack, working to make any unknowns less scary for the group. On the ability side of things, a Maid of Void would be an incredibly tricky combatant to go against, able to utilize the Void in various ways for their team and personal gain. On the lower end of things, this may materialize as a simple invisibility, but with proper time and mastery, this could grow into a fully utilizing the Void itself as a means of transport and survival, such as ducking in and out of Void portals to evade attacks or even close distance in a fight. Whatever the case may be, a Maid of Void has an interesting path laid out for them, and as long as they keep an eye out for what it is, then only good things can come from it.